Good evening, everybody. Welcome, January 3rd. We're already in 2016. So thank you for joining us here tonight. We have some awesome stories. We've been doing stories all day long today just because purely looking back on last year, we helped thousands of people change their health, just like you're going to hear on the call tonight. And these are just real people that saw someone in their life change their health. So they said, wow, I could probably do that too. That's kind of the magic of what we do. Forgot to say this on the last call that I did, but our program, our community, just our system on how we help people is kind of like Disneyland. It's kind of hard to explain to someone until you've actually experienced it. So we're going to try our best to kind of just share some stories tonight, hopefully provide some hope, some inspiration as we kick off this new year. We have an exciting challenge that we're kicking off with all of us getting healthy in the new year. So we'll get to that too. But mostly we're just going to share some stories. And if you're new, we're going to kind of go over how these stories are created and how we do this with people day in, day out. So, and if you're actually experienced in this, we're showing you guys the fundamentals that make it easy for us to keep moving our health forward. So my name is Brad Miller. I'm a certified health coach. This is my wife, Ashley, and I. And she's actually on duty right now because we have this little guy who just turned 1. So this is a little bit about me and my family. I got started. I actually lost weight on this program too. I lost 30 pounds on this plan. I thought, typical guy, I thought I actually wanted to lose 10, and then it just kind of kept on going as I continue to improve my health and focus on moving myself forward. But I actually got the idea to do this after watching my family combined lose over 2,000 pounds. So it's just, again, watching people and knowing that there's a chance to do something with your health, and also saying, wow, when someone's making a change in their life, people want to do that too. So we now since have a little guy. He actually can do more push-ups than me. You can see in the top right-hand corner. So it's just really cool, again, being around the people. He already takes on habits. And it's, we've heard so many stories, and so many of the stories involve how their children's lives are starting to change and the parents' health are affecting their kids' health. And I already see that in my 1-year-old, and it's just really cool. So I love helping people. That's what my wife and I are all about. That middle picture there is me and my mom actually speaking to a group of over 300 people who have changed their lives just like the people you're going to hear tonight. So without any further ado, I'm going to get into that. But the other reason why we did this, besides a whole new year and something we're going to kick off here in a week, is because we just finished up a group that decided to focus on thriving through the holidays. So, we focus on supplying a path to a lifestyle that helps people live optimal health every day. I'll get to that a little bit later. But we focused on 7 weeks saying, hey, what's a crazy idea? Well, let's focus on being the healthiest we've ever been through the hardest time of the year that is for that topic. It's where people are typically gaining 10 to 15 pounds. That's what the average American has gained. There's been different studies that have shown that. But we all know that feeling after the holidays. And we kind of said, let's focus on being intentional in our health and in all areas of our health, like we'll cover here. And these are just some of the before and afters that were created during that season. You'll actually hear from one of the winners of that group here that's going to be sharing tonight, and just a lot of people that really moved their health forward, which was really exciting to see. So without any further ado, we're just going to go over some stories that were created over this last year, and actually some that started before this year, and just show you that how health can transform a life and everything it does. So I may have actually, nope, I think I'm good. And one thing before I even get into those stories is you're going to hear optimal health a few times, and I'm going to explain that later. But one thing is, there's so many different things out there. Again, one of the reasons why we decided to do this call is there's a million things out there. And I think a lot of people have gotten to that place where one, I don't think I can do it. I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if it's possible for me. And then some people even get to the point, if they can actually urge themselves to actually think that way, wow, is there something that actually can work for me? What is it going to actually work? If I put in the effort, will it actually pay off? So when we focus on the why of optimal health, actually everything takes care of itself. It includes weight loss, but it involves every area of your life. You may be really good at exercising. You may be really good at juicing, different types of different crazy things people do for their health. And that's all good. I'm not discouraging that. Those are all great. But when you focus on the why, all those things kind of come into perfect alignment. So I don't actually know any better example on how to display that except for this person here on the screen. So I'm going to actually have Heidi tell us a little bit about how she came to Take Shape for Life, found a plan that worked for her, and actually got started creating health in her life. So Heidi, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can. You are in a car because you're traveling all over the place, but you're loud and clear. And I know a lot of people want to hear about your story. I've gotten to talk with you a bunch of times. You're an amazing person, and you light up a Zoom room every time I see you. But tell people a little bit about what's changed in your life this last little bit.
Well, I came across Take Shape for Life when my coach Ashley posted, I think back in September. I had a baby in April, and by that time I was back at work and just kind of feeling sluggish, and had gained, originally lost the baby weight and then gained most of it back, and I just wasn't happy, and I needed something. I was looking for something that could help me in that, and so I sent her a quick message. I'm like, "You look awesome. What are you doing?" And after that, I was pretty much hooked. I jumped on it real quick, and so far to date, it's been 13 weeks on the program, and I'm down 33 pounds. I've been able to do more physically than I was even before I got pregnant, and just the confidence that I have now, it's something that I never thought I would get back. So, I mean, this program's been awesome for me and my family. My husband started a few weeks ago, and he's taken off with it. And he was very skeptical at first. He's always a steak and potato guy, and doesn't get off the porch or try new things very often. And so for him to try something new, it was great, and just for him to see the results. And at New Year's, we had some friends over, and they automatically started making comments about how he was looking. But later on, he's like, "Wow, they actually can see it." I'm like, "I told you." But yeah, I mean, this program has been something for my whole family. Today, my dad and sister signed up. I'm excited to see their transformations as we go. As we go into 2016, I look forward to just continuing with my transformation, being able to grow myself personally. I'm a high school teacher, so balancing life with a 9-month-old and teaching full time. Plus, we have a cattle ranch, and so being able to balance the time, stay up on my health, both mentally and physically, and continue to pay it forward to other people as much as I can.
You do it so well. You make it seem easy. So 9-month-old cattle ranch teaching. You're handling other kids, and you're on a road trip right now, and you've changed your health, and you're changing your families. I told you so. Why wouldn't it work for you? It worked for me. And I like that you're going into a year. What does it feel like going into a year, like not feeling like you need to scramble, like forward, and you can see the next goals happening?
It's awesome. Actually, I was texting Ashley earlier this weekend, and my brother's getting married in May. Sorry, the little one's in the back seat just woke up. My brother's getting married in May, and sorry, hold on. And I had to go buy my bridesmaid's dress, and originally I ordered it back in October or end of September, and I had to go get it 4 sizes smaller than what I ordered back then. And so that was awesome for me, because that's a size I haven't been in for I think since college maybe. And so being able to go into this year feeling already energetic and motivated, and not having that oh, it's January 1st, so I have to start this. I've already been doing it, so it's nothing new. I'm just continuing what my daily life has been for the last 3 months.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. And you juggle everything so well, like the binky grab right there, no big deal, just you got it covered. So great job with your health, and you're just focusing on little steps. The great thing about what you're doing is it all just leads into the next level of your health, because it's more than just weight loss, but it's so amazing to feel that and get there. But you're practicing habits and enjoying all the things that come with it. So amazing story, so cool. You actually shared with me the few people that you kind of helped in your family recently from your example, beside your husband. That's amazing. So congrats to you. Congrats on a solid finish of the year, and kind of cool to see what's going to happen in 2016 for you.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing today.
All right.
And you mentioned the amazing Ashley, and people want to know who this Ashley girl is. Who is this? Oh, there she is. That's Ashley right there. So Ashley is the person you were talking about who was you noticed a change in, and she helped you. And I love that it's just paying it forward. And she has her own story. So I thought I'd actually have Ashley come on. And actually, you're not Abby. I must have transposed the slide. You're Ashley, not Abby. But Ashley, why don't you come on and share a little bit about your story?
Hey, thanks, Brad, and hi, everyone, and Happy New Year. To tell you guys a little bit about my story and my cold. If you notice my super sexy growl, it's a little bit of a cold thing that I have going on now. So you guys just have to bear with it, because this is awesome and this call is super fun. So my story began back in August. I had moved to a new house, and my neighbor when I first met her, she's walking around drinking shakes, eating bars, doing all this. And I'm like, okay, like you're super friendly. Like I really like you, but you're on some weird fad diet. Like don't bug me. And then she lost like 18 pounds and 25 pounds and 30 pounds. And when she lost 35 pounds in the 3 or 4 months that I had lived there, I gave her my credit card. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but I need this. So if you could just order it for me and do it, I don't care what it is, like fat or whatever, I'm going to do this. And she started explaining the program to me a little bit. And I'm like, oh, okay, like I might be able to do this. When I started, the day I ordered my food, I was 225 pounds. That is the heaviest I'd ever been in my life. I was unhealthy. I was miserable. It was hard to do anything. I was a horse trainer at the time. I was dealing with little kids on a daily basis. It was almost impossible to do my job. So as of my day today, I'm down 40 pounds and I am 10 pounds from my initial goal weight. And when I reach that, we'll kind of reevaluate and see where I want to go with that. And it's been an amazing experience throughout the time I've been on program. I was on two-week trips, like work trips. It was super easy to take with me. I actually made a move across country and didn't backslide, didn't go off program, didn't do anything because it's so easy. It's portable, it's easy to stick to, and obviously it works and it tastes good. So why wouldn't we continue with it? I actually, through quite an accident, decided to start paying it forward and helping other people. One day when I ordered my food, I was kind of poking around in the health coach portion of the site and accidentally ordered my health coach kit. And I had called my coach, Gina, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, was this a mistake? Like, I don't know. Should I return it? And she's like, no, you are going to be awesome. Just try it. And it has been an amazing experience for me. It's something that I can do across country. I moved from California to Iowa and I can still help my clients and they're losing and we're having fun. And, I text with my clients daily and it's so much fun to have the support that we get with it. And my clients so far have lost over 300 pounds. Like I have helped people lose 300 pounds. That's amazing. It feels so good. I like to add that number up every once in a while. And it's like, wow, like I helped them do that. We're doing it together, which is fun. And with it being the new year, some of my 2016 goals are, and people laugh at me for this and it's totally fine. I have a goal that I will have a 6-pack by swimsuit season. And if you would have told me a year ago that not only would I be down 40 pounds, but that I had goals of actually getting healthy and fit and all that, I would laugh at you. And now it's actually becoming a reality. And it's just an amazing experience. And then my other goal is, and I think that's what I like the most about this program, it's not just weight loss. It's not a diet. It's a total health program. And one of the things that I know a lot of the healthy habits calls have helped me with is starting to form better habits. So I want to be consistent on my water consumption. I want to be healthy and be active 5 days a week. And there's just a lot of habits that I want to start doing that then you no longer have to think about it. It's just part of life. And I tell people when I first start telling them about the program that it's not a diet. It's a program that helps you start making better decisions on a daily basis. And the first day it might be you go out to dinner and normally you'd have 6 or 7 drinks and this time you only had 2. I mean, to me, that's a huge improvement for someone. And as you go, as you start getting the energy, as you start gaining confidence, as you start feeling better, you naturally just fall into a succession of better habits. And I love it. And I love the program and the support that I get from Brad and Gina. The support I can offer to my clients is second to none.
I'm speechless. I actually don't know what to say after that. I think we can just end the call. Ashley, it's so I do actually remember when you accidentally ordered your kit. I thought it was really funny. But you were meant to be a health coach, and I love it. Sometimes I'm like, what if we could get a time machine and go back and be like, all right, before you ever get healthy, we're going to tell you you're going to accomplish this in this amount of time. And you'd be like, shut up. You are not doing that. Like, because it is crazy how you've accomplished in a short time, 40 pounds and just continuing to move forward. I love that when people get started on their journey before the holiday because, you can lose weight really fast on our nutrition plan, but it's not all about losing weight. And so through the season, you can learn how to be consistent. You learn how to plug in. You learn how to make habits happen. You learn how to be, creating what you want, a 6-pack. Who makes a goal of a 6-pack, at that time? Because you actually brought that up during the holiday season. So I just think it's amazing. And it's just the coolest thing, because we've done these calls all day long today, because we literally have so many of them. We changed thousands of people's lives just like yours this year. And it's so cool, and it's so simple. It takes work and effort. You're definitely putting in the work, but it's so doable. And it's so cool to be like, instead of being like, oh, I wish, or I don't know if I could, and have all these like restrictions on us, it's kind of like, well, what do I want to do now? Like that freedom just to be like, wow, what's next? I can do anything I want if I just keep working at it. So you have a beautiful story, and it's no reason why, or there's definitely a reason why so many people gravitate towards you to change their health too. So congratulations, and congratulations on helping so many people.
Thank you.
All right. We'll look forward for those 6-pack pictures. All right. Then speaking of people that she mentioned, Gina. Gina is, another benefit of our program, which I'll go over here in a little bit, is the amazing people that come into your lives. People that I would have never met any other way possible before, but are like your family. And Ashley mentioned Gina, who helped her along the way and helped her move forward. And Gina has become like family to my wife and I, and she has an incredible story. And she's kind of the ringleader of all this craziness that was shared on this call tonight. So I thought I'd have her on to share a little bit about her story. She's an amazing, bubbly person. You're immediately just drawn to her when you're talking with her, and it's because she has such a passion for life, and she's really transformed her life. So I'm actually going to turn over to her to kind of explain, what's taken place and what's changed for Gina. If she's there. Gina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Brad. And oh my gosh, thank you, Ashley and Heidi. You guys are both, wow, amazing. I'll just talk about before Take Shape for Life for me. I'm just looking at these pictures off to the left, and the one where we're laying on the ground at convention on the Awaken, Connect, Transform. That just happened so naturally as we were walking through the hallway at convention, and the photographers were there, and they had their cameras, and you can't fake that. That is real, true happiness right there. The friends that you make in this program, and when you do start going to conventions and other trainings and stuff, man, this is like a family. It truly is. I'm just looking at the looks on our faces, and we're just so happy together, all of us. But when I found Take Shape for Life, I wasn't bubbly, and I wasn't happy, and it was really dark inside of me. There was a skinny girl inside that was in there that always wanted to come out, and I was overweight my entire life. And I tried so many different diets in my as I grew to be an adult, and I would starve myself, and then I would always gain it back plus more. At my highest weight, I was 297 pounds. And when I found Take Shape for Life, I was about 220, 222, something like that, 223. And I was connected with Brad's wife, Ashley, and it made a huge difference that somebody cared about me, and somebody was checking up on me and wanted my best interest. It wasn't just a diet, it was a relationship. And Ashley pretty much taught me how to be a health coach just by being my health coach. And I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't, I wasn't, like Brad said, I wasn't bubbly, and I didn't talk to a lot of people. And I think about, when I would smile and when I would have to talk about people, it was always like a mask. It was always not phony, but it was just, I was so insecure. And Heidi talked about that confidence that she got back, and for me, that was really a huge piece of my story, is the confidence, and getting rid of that low self-esteem and coming alive again. And that's what Take Shape for Life did for me. I lost 82 pounds in 7 months with the guidance of my health coach. And we celebrated my success all along the way. And when I finally did dive in and become a health coach, I could have never done that with in the state that I was in. I felt like it was in a big black hole before. And coming out of that, I got to truly become the person that I think that I was always meant to be, and I would have never been able to help anybody. I coach a lot of people. I help a lot of people reach their goal weight and feel better about themselves just like I do. And I love everybody that I come across because I so understand them. And if you're on the program and you're thinking about health coaching, I think that there is no better opportunity or no better job that you can have than to help someone the same way that you were helped. It's such a powerful thing to me to be able to reach out and help other people, because I know exactly where they were at. Maybe not everybody had that low self-esteem like I did, but that's my story, and that's my big what I've overcome. And anybody who knew me, I wasn't as outgoing as I am now, and I would have never been able to help the people that I'm helping today move forward in their lives if it wouldn't have been for Take Shape for Life. So it's more than weight loss for me. It's that person who was inside gets to be outside now. I get to live my life full out. And what I plan on in the future, in this next year, is Ashley kind of talked about her six-pack. Now, I'm not trying for a six-pack, but we can all lose weight, and when we do lose weight, it feels great. But I want to tone up my body, and so I've hired a personal trainer, and I had my first session yesterday, so I can't walk today, and I'm going to work on my own personal fitness, my body now. So I've lost weight, and now I want to tone myself up, and I want to feel really good about myself. So why stop at weight loss?
I love it, Gina. Why stop at weight loss? Because you're focusing on all areas of your health. Like you said,
Yeah.
your whole life's improved. You paid it forward to people. You're much happier and bubblier inside. You've lost weight. You've continued to learn healthy habits. We're not perfect. And mind you, it's literally not about how perfect we are. It's about how the best we can do each day and adopting habits. Literally, what we teach people is it's not about being perfect. You'll never be perfect. It's about how many habits of health do you adopt and implement to your life, and it gets easier and easier with practice. So this year, you're not only looking at not, you're going beyond weight loss and going into like your next level of health and fitness, continuing with nutrition. I love it. And that's one thing I'll cover later, because that's what our plan provides. But you're truly incredible. You created those stories just by paying it forward and being you. And you can just see the difference of yourself, where you were before and where you are now. And it's amazing. Like, if you had to sum it up in one word, what's the biggest thing that's changed for you?
Oh my gosh, my whole life, everything, friends, family, all of it. Oh my gosh, I would have never met you guys. I'm connected now. Even if I started to slip away, Brad and Ashley would never let that happen. And before Take Shape for Life, I didn't have that. If I was going to fail, I'd fail. Now it's like they won't let you fail. They're going to be dragging you back in, pulling you back into Take Shape for Life. If it's a cult, I'm okay with that, because it's done amazing things for my life.
Well, luckily we're not a cult, and that's good.
We're not a cult.
You're right. But I actually hadn't heard from you all through the holiday season.
Right.
You were really busy with the family. I just called you one day because I didn't realize I hadn't talked to Gina in like 3 weeks. So I love it. It's just a good community. You have an amazing story. You can see what happens, that ripple effect that happens. So congratulations. Thanks for being an inspiration to so many people.
Yeah, thank you, Brad.
A lot of people resonated with what you shared tonight. So as we kind of finish up here for this session of this call, is we're going to ask, what about you? Whether you're a resident, you started your health journey years ago, like mine. I started mine 6 years ago. I still ask myself, what about me? Kind of like Gina's, like, what am I doing this year? And Ashley's like, wow, I can do abs. And like, Heidi's saying, well, I can start this year doing anything I want to do. Like, I got my next goal that I want to accomplish. What do you want to accomplish? Don't give up on your dreams. I'm sure we've all sat at some point and said, at one point I wanted this, and we kind of sold ourselves short of it, or lost sight of it, or didn't know if it was possible. You can accomplish it. And we give a really easy, simple system for anyone to be able to move forward in their health. And you can see all that comes with that. When you take care of just, one area, it takes care of all areas of health, because health is not just how much you weigh or how much you exercise. So our health plan just includes weight loss. And that's something we like to say. We like to start where most diets leave off. You can tell most people they're talking about how much weight they lost, because of course it's a very big habit of health to be at a healthy BMI. It's one of the most healthy things you can do for yourself, but it's so much more than that. I think it was very evident all the way through their stories that was the case. You hear us talking about optimal health a lot, and it's a word that I didn't understand when I first heard it. I'm like, what are they talking about? And it's because it's an actual good way, it's the best way, most optimal way to approach health. It's going to be something that focuses on healthy mind. You can see the healthy mind shifts in Heidi, Ashley, and Gina. You're going to have coaching and accountability. So you're going to have that support to do that. It's not like a drill sergeant, mind you. It's something that you take accountability to plug into, but there's enough support all the time, and you're always going to be encouraged. And then there's nutritions and eating plans that make it very simple to follow based on what your health is, because you don't just diet. Diet has the word diet in it. Diet's what we eat every single day because we're just eating food. A healthy eating plan and having plans that fit our goals is how we desire to eat. And when you do anything on purpose, you don't do anything by accident. So I love that it makes it really easy for us to just choose healthy options. So just like Optimal Health has 3 legs of it, we have 3 legs of support. So we have our meal plans, we have our habits of health, which are education, and we have our health coach and support community. So tool number 1 is the support. And you might have heard them say, or if you are, Ashley, Gina and Heidi say health coaches. They mention plural quite a few times because it's not just a one-on-one relationship. We have multiple layers of support, and there's multiple people that you're learning from constantly. Like we're learning from each other right now, but also people that are there to support you. It's not just one-on-one. So there's that. And then there's a support community. Like we do these calls often. This is a little different variation of what we normally do, but there's plenty of places to plug into, and you are like the people you surround yourself with. So it's a healthy community. We also have habits of health calls, doctors calls, nurses calls. We have private Facebook groups. We have nutritionists and nutrition support, all these different resources you can have, but you are definitely not, there's no lack of support for this community. Then there's the education process, which this is our habits of health system. After I lost my first 10 pounds and finally realized, wow, I do want to lose more than 10 pounds, I started reading this book, and it started clicking all the things that I was reading about overall encompassing health. So when you look at this is a part that goes along with it. You can go at your own pace. You're practicing a lot of the habits daily, which is most important that you're doing here. And this just is like the cherry on top. Forgive the bad analogy, please. That just helps you learn those things going along the way. And we're actually going to be doing another challenge that we're starting here next week. This is kind of the other reason for the call, to kind of get focused on what do we want to accomplish this year. And basically, we're going to focus on core fundamentals of health right out of the habits of health. So we're going to make a game out of learning the habits that help create the stories like you just heard. So this habits of health book is from our co-founder. He is, he's a leader in optimal health. And honestly, he's just a great person. He actually left being one of the most prestigious people in critical care medicine because he was like, I'm not helping anyone. I'm just bandaging them up. I want to make a difference. And just alone from my perspective, we've seen thousands of people get healthy this last year. I'd say that was a really good investment in his time and vision. So I'm just really thankful to him as a friend. So lastly, we have our nutrition plans. So we have a few of them that fit your needs. Connect with the person that invited you. They're all based on eating for a goal, which, when you always want to eat towards a goal and do stuff towards a goal. We have a 5-in-1 plan. It's great for fast weight loss. That's how most people lost the majority of their weight. But we also have 3-in-3 plans, nursing mothers plans. My wife, Ashley, we just celebrated our 1-year-old first birthday, and she actually ended the first year of his life lower than her starting weight of pregnancy, which is just, how many moms get to say that? It's a really powerful thing. I know how difficult it is to have a little one at home. It's not easy to take care of a little one and yourself, but that's how simple our plans is. And it's all revolved around fueling your body 6 times a day. And if you can learn to do that, you can do anything. And our plan makes it really simple. We have balanced nutrition. We have over 70 different meals to make it very simple and give you tons of options, because we all know we have different taste buds at different times. And we also give layouts for lean and green. A lean and green is a meal that you make at home, lean protein and healthy vegetables to make up tons of different healthy meals. This is not a boring, bland meal. You can learn how to cook. And that was another one of my favorite things is I learned how to actually make meals healthy that I enjoyed. So simple layouts on that. You can lose 2 to 5 pounds a week, 1 to 2 pounds weekly after that. And the best thing I am actually passionate about, because I'm kind of a geek and I love numbers and I love, having healthy budgets, is that you actually usually spend less on our plan than you normally spend on food. So you get to gain all this stuff and you probably get to save money. A lot of us have probably done crazy stuff that just was like, we might as well throw the money in the garbage. You actually get to save money while you're creating the stories just like this. So this is a sample meal plan at the bottom here. It's just different meals you can have just to pick your fueling times every 2.5 hours. And of course, it comes with drinking tons of water. If you guys didn't know that water is a habit of health, drink up, focus on drinking 100 ounces or more a day. So that's kind of how our plans work. And whichever one it works best for you, we can go over the options. Or if you've already started your health journey and you're starting this year, you start to figure out which one's going to be fitting the right goals for you. This is your time. Part of the thing about this community is you're always going to be asked to kind of reassess your health, not like badgered, but like encouraged and empowered to say, well, what am I going to do next, and what's the right fit, and there's support to help accomplish that. These are just a couple examples of those meal plans. We have the 5-in-1, the 3-in-3, but like we mentioned, we have tons of other plans, and they're just super simple and easy. Guys, we're Americans. We have enough on our plate right now. Literally, we're like, it doesn't matter if you have nothing going on in your life. There seems to be every second of the day filled up. Let's make health easy, and let's take that stress of something we have to think about off our plate. I mean, another thing I like about our plan is that all the meals are taken care of for us. You actually add hours to your day, because take away the extra energy and how good you feel. You're actually taking away the meal prep too, and the shopping. The food shows up at your house. Our majority of your healthy meals show up at your house every single month, so you don't have to worry about going shopping. It cuts down the shopping time. So you're adding hours to your month as well. It just keeps getting better and better. And I just love it, because when you add all of that up, you get transformations like you see down in the right-hand corner. These are what we call predictable transformations. If someone wants to change their life, all they have to do is start the process. And I think it's one of the most powerful things that we have. And most importantly, I think Gina displayed it the best, because you can see what happens. Real people trust real people when they start making changes, and we lift up the people around us. And it just shows that people want to do what their friends and spheres of influence are doing. So I want another thing about our program is paying it forward. So, if yours having success, make sure to share it and live it out loud. People want it left and right. And you can either refer them to your health coach, or you can become a health coach and pay it forward. It's basically just helping them do the same thing. And if you can encourage someone, you can become a health coach like Ashley. She's pretty darn good at it, and she didn't even mean to do it. So that's just another benefit along the way. And it makes you way more likely to continue your health. I mean, I think every health coach here can say, they wouldn't be as far in their health. I mean, they'd be healthy. We have the tools, but they wouldn't have pushed themselves as far as they would have if they were helping other people. So that's basically, in a nutshell, how you can start this new year or continue on your health path. And we just really like to talk about organizing life around what matters most. And this is a word that I've heard a lot in our culture, and it doesn't get thrown around enough, I believe, in the world, is having purpose. We just kind of mostly do what we have to do, and that's kind of the way we live our lives. But have you ever had a combination of something you like to do, and it makes an impact in the world, and you get compensated for it, but you're also great at it, and it supports you, and it's the most positive environment, basically encompassing all areas of what health really covers. And wherever you fall in this category, there's no one path to it. There's just a simple place to go. We just want to encourage you to just tap into our community and share it with people, because when you do, choice is easy. You just start moving forward and accomplishing things in your health. So as we finish up this hour call and 3 more amazing stories, just want to ask you, who is counting on you to be at your healthiest? And if you had to go back and you could just make anything happen, what would you accomplish in your life, in your health? It's a cool thing to think about, but because no one's really probably asked you that recently. So, take some time. What's the next level for you? What's the next thing you want to accomplish? And basically, we just want to congratulate you for being on here, whether you stumbled upon this, whether you've been with us for years, whether you're just started your journey and you're just experiencing that very beginning part. We're excited for you. We're excited about what you're going to accomplish this year. Looking forward to challenging you guys and kicking off this year right. And kind of the reason behind this is it takes 30 days to build a habit. That's another habit of health that you're learning there. You just learned that. And you can't get rid of bad habits. You can only replace them with better habits or good habits. So we're going to start a challenge in 5 weeks that are basically going to revolve around taking our health to the next level and being on purpose for 5 weeks. And the cool thing about that is not only will you start off your new year right, not only will you start making goals happen and have the victories like you heard tonight, but you're going to start making them habit. Because after 5 weeks, you're going to start replacing bad habits with good ones that you're creating. So we're going to focus on 5 main areas of healthy living that come straight out of Dr. Anderson's book. And hope you join us and challenge yourself to start off 2016 and make it the best year yet. So with that being said, if you would like to join, connect with the person that invited you tonight, and they can tell you how they changed their life. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the challenge with us and continuing your health. Maybe we'll have you on one of these calls here in the very near future. So good night, everybody. Gina, Ashley, Heidi, amazing stories. Just amazing. Can't wait for people I can't wait to hear about takeaways from those that watched it and the recording that get to watch that later on. So Good night, everybody. We have another call coming up in about 30 minutes. And then we have a couple more calls after that. And I think by the time we're all done today, we've had I don't even know the grand total, but dozens of people share stories just like this. So tune in, gain that motivation, and let's kick off this next week and this new year right. Make it the healthiest year yet. Good night, everybody. And thank you, everyone who shared.